Hey, it is Kenny from Kenny's Audiophile Record Reviews. Thank you very much for viewing my channel. Please like and subscribe. I would sincerely appreciate that. In this video, I want to bring up the question, how many records is too many records? When does it get to a point where it's just too many? You just have too many records. And this applies to CDs too. How many records and CDs is actually too much? Is a little bit overboard? Please leave your comments in the comment section below, and I'm going to leave my opinion. This topic came to my mind because I think during one of my videos I showed my record collection, and one of the comments or one of the commenters said that, gosh, 200 records is probably enough. Anything more than that is overboard. The commenter, a person left that comment, said something to that effect. And I was thinking to myself when he left that comment is, if you are somebody like me and you like a wide variety of genres, let's say for argument's sake, you like jazz, jazz fusion, rock, pop, folk music, a little bit of classical, you know, some R&B, soul music. I mean, 200 records is not enough to cover all those genres and have a wide variety of artists to listen to. 200, at least for me, would be too restrictive of an amount. So that would not work for me. But like I said, for you, how much is too much? How much is enough records to be satisfied with is another way of putting it. How many records do you need to be satisfied? Well, I think for me personally, well, first of all my records are in this room. I call it my music room. Me and my wife moved into this house. We decided that I would have a room set aside for my music room. And this was a room of choice. My wife gave me the choice of having the bigger bedroom, but I didn't want to be that selfish. I didn't want to take advantage of her generosity. So I took one of the smaller bedrooms. So this is my music room. All my albums are in this room. I have maybe half my CDs in here, and a closet across the way. We decided that's going to be my overflow closet for my CD collection as well. So that's the amount of CDs and records I have. Approximately 7,000 records and several thousand CDs. But here's my opinion about record collections. To me, it's about your musical tastes and how expansive your musical tastes are, and also the physical constraints of your the area which you have available to store these records and CDs. For me, it's obvious that my space is not infinite in terms of record and CD storage. It's more finite. So mine is limited to the space in which I have, and not necessarily my musical taste in the genres that I love. Because if I had a much bigger room, well, it would continue to grow and expand. Now, some of you would say, and I say this myself too, well, Kenny, you're not going to ever listen to all those records. And you know what? You're 100% correct. There's no way I'm going to listen to all 7,000 of these records, especially at my age. But for me, it's a matter of choices. And life is cool to have a variety of choices, even if you do not use them. And that's the way I feel about my music library, that's what I call my music room in a way. It's my musical library. And it's cool to come in here and have something that I've never listened to before. And that is a great experience. That is a great ability to have, is choices, musical choices. After all, people who are into streaming services, they have almost like an infinite amount of choices. So they're doing the exact same thing I'm doing. But they're not doing it with physical media. They're doing it with, you know, through the streaming service. So they're doing the exact same thing I'm doing. But for me personally, there is not necessarily how much is too much, but it is how much I can fit in the finite constraints of my music room. If I had another overflow room across the way, and we do have a spare bedroom, and I can use that for records, I would. But that's our guest bedroom, and I would never do that because you know, my wife has family over every now and then, so it's good to have a guest bedroom. But for me, the how much is too much? Well, it's limited to the physical constraints of my room. And even then, when I buy new records, and if it gets to a point where, you know, it's just, you know, so tight I can't take anymore, and I want to bring some more in, I would have to be in a mode where I have to get rid of some of them. But for me, like I said, my limit is the physical constraints of my room, and not my musical growth, knowledge, and skill set in terms of my knowledge in music, because that is ever expanding. And so no, mine is the physical constraints of my room. It's not necessarily a number. It's not necessarily, oh, I'm up to 5,000, I better stop. No, mine's up to the physical constraints of my room. But if they were, my physical constraints were infinite, well, I believe my musical growth and taste is very large, and I can fill, gosh, another room like this if I could. But no, mine is confined to the physical constraints of my room and not necessarily a number. So what is yours? How much is too much in terms of amount of records and CDs? What is going overboard in your mind? Please leave your comments in the comment section below. Thank you very much for viewing my video. God bless, strong love, and keep the peace worldwide.